This is the Faders Up Podcast.
Welcome to the Faders Up Podcast. I'm Czar.
And I'm Sci-Fi.
And this is a podcast about pro audio and beyond. You got a question you want answered on the podcast, you can reach us at fadersuppodcast@yahoo.com. You can join the discussion for this episode and more on our Facebook group, Faders Up Podcast. And don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And all guests and hosts that appear on the show will be in the show notes. All right, so this episode got Sci-Fi in here with me, and we're going to discuss the NAMM show. It was my, fifth, sixth, maybe seventh time out there. It was his first time, so talk to him about his first time, and we'll just kind of talk about how to survive the NAMM show if you haven't been. If you look to go in the future, hope this episode can just give you a guide and help you along the way and get things rolling on your trip out there. All right, but before we get into that, let's get into our regular segment of who's been pushing faders up. So, Sci-Fi, how you been pushing faders up?
Man, just, same old, back in the studio, working on records, mixing, producing. Just doing my thing, trying to make magic, trying to make money, trying to get rich. I don't know.
I saw that TikTok clip of you in Trident Extreme. That's your board, or were you on someone else's board?
Oh man, that was from years ago. That was from that had to be like 10 or 12 years ago. Yeah, I was in somebody else's studio.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was my first. I think that was my first time using a Trident whenever I went there, and I was just like, "Hey, bro, you gotta snap me up on this one."
Man, so funny story about the Trident Extreme. I had and still have the OG Trident.
You still got one?
Yeah, I still got one. I got it in storage. Still got the OG Trident.
You need to bust that mug out.
Yeah, and I've also got the VI too.
Really?
So I got the Korg collection. So I've got which includes the Trident Extreme, but there is, I swear that it's missing some sounds. I swear there's missing some sounds on the virtual instrument versus the actual synth. But I got the OG Trident, and I was looking to get a new keyboard, and I was actually on eBay bidding for a motif.
Okay.
And I lost the bid at the last second. Like within the last minute, I lost the bid.
Yeah.
I'm pissed. Not even 15 minutes after losing the bid, I got an email from Korg introducing the new Trident Extreme. I was like, oh, hell yeah. I want that. I'm already familiar with the Trident anyway. And this is just a newer. My only question was, could I load my OG Trident stuff on the Extreme? Had a call with Sweetwater, and they confirmed, that I could.
Yeah.
So I was like, cool. I want that. End up pre-ordering it. Here's my card number. Just ship it to me when it's ready.
Yeah.
Like 3 days later, I get an email from eBay. Whoever won the bid, I guess, didn't have the money or didn't pay or whatever. So I had the option to get the motif then, and I was like, nah, bro, I'm good. Send it to the next person. Like, I'm good. I'm finna get this Trident.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that. I love that Trident Extreme. Hit a little tube in it. I'm interested to fool with it now, just to feel like if it really did anything, or was it just kind of a gimmick?
Right.
The little tube in there.
Yeah. Nah, dude, I need to get the Korg collection stuff. Yeah, I need to start messing with that, dude.
Yes. See, if people would pay more attention to my brand, like they sent it to me to review, and I'm like, I don't make beats like that.
Well, I do.
I was like, and I feel, man, I'm trying to get back into it a little bit, just to kind of broaden my reach with products. But I feel a certain way. Like, I know you give me the Korg collection, I know what I do it. I know what I would do with it is 10% of what like you would do with it. So it's like, I don't want to put out content and videos reviewing this when I'm barely doing anything with it compared to what someone who actually uses this on a day-to-day basis would do.
For sure. I feel it. Yeah,
but
man.
I wasn't gonna say no. So I'm like, let me get that NFR.
Why would you say no? Heck yeah. But what about you, Czar? Have you been pushing faders up?
Man, I've been as usual reviewing a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of stuff in the review. I'm actually about to crank out 3-4 videos when we finish recording this. I've got Music Hack's Sweet EQ. Okay. Which has been really cool. I've been a huge fan of Music Hack stuff. They've got Master Plan, they've got Fuel, which a Master Plan is like a mastering console.
Yeah, okay, I've seen Master Plan. I didn't know that was like a whole suite of plugins there.
Yeah, it's from a company called Music Hack.
Okay.
They've got Fuel, it's like a saturation plugin.
Dope.
And the Sweet EQ is like a boost only EQ, but they're calling it a saturation EQ. And what's interesting is like more and more plugins now they're more streamlined where you're not seeing ratio and attack release or EQ frequencies. Like this I'm trying to remember what they've got: lift, density. I think the high end just says high. No, I think the low end just says low and the high end just says high. But the low mids, I think, is called density and the high mids is called lift.
Okay.
And it's just a slider that you just push up however much you want in that range. And I think that's really cool for people who don't understand or don't know how to use an EQ because there's no frequencies involved in this.
Yeah.
Sweet EQ. Sonable just released a free new saturation plugin that's pretty cool. It's a saturation plugin, but it's called Puff. Oh, what is it called? Puffer fish.
Really?
It's 3 different fish.
Okay.
Like they wanted to do something playful and fun, and they definitely did that. It's 3 different fish, and which is 3 different saturation styles. Yeah. And the more you increase the puffiness, the bigger the fish gets, and the bigger the facial response of the fish reacts to it being puffed up. Yeah. And it's what was really interesting to me with them adding that free saturation plugin is now with the Learn bundle, which is their mid-tier EQ compressor unmasking and limiting plugin. Yeah. The Learn compressor does not have saturation on it. Now the Pure Comp, their Pure Comp has a fixed like on-off saturation. Okay. The Smart Comp, the flagship, has a variable saturation. You can dial in exactly what you want, but the middle one, Learn compressor, has no saturation. Now you've got this free saturation from Sonable. You can take that mid-tier bundle and add some saturation to it now and really have a powerful channel strip combined with that.
Oh, that's clutch.
I just got through reviewing Waves Regen, which was really cool. I wasn't expecting it to do what it did, but it did a really good job.
What does that do?
Waves Regen it takes your audio and it, I guess for pun intended, it regenerates it. It cleans it up, it enhances it. It's really meant for content creators, TikTok, stuff like that, just to get better audio, replace the audio that you have. So I took a few instances from the podcast where we had the guest was on like their laptop mic, and I ran it through Regen. It killed all the background noise, killed all the room echo, and like made it sound more broadcast style. I was like, oh wow. I used the audio, and it does videos too. You can put a video into it and it'll replace the audio. I had a video that I did at NAMM, which is, of course, very noisy, very loud. I'm like yelling into my phone because I feel like you can't hear me because it's so loud. Yeah. And Regen killed all the background noise of it, and I was like, oh wow. Like it's funny because it's like guitars and everything you can hear in the background. The original version, and Regen just killed all of that. So that was really impressive.
So I feel like it's, you feel like it's better than Clarity?
Yes, because Clarity is cleaning it up. But I only use Clarity in spots. Like I don't put Clarity over the whole track. I just use it if for in reference like Pro Tools, like Audio Suite, I just use it to like Audio Suite section. Gotcha. That's how I use Clarity. Regen you can take, and I guess let me point this out too. This isn't a plugin. This is an online service. So
Regen is an online service.
Yeah, Regen is an online service. So you can, like, anyone can, and they give you 5 free minutes a day, which is perfect if you're doing like a TikTok or a reel or short or something like that.
Interesting.
So everyone gets 5 minutes free a day.
Like 5 minutes worth of
time,
like content.
Yeah, 5 minutes worth of time that you can use. So if you're doing a short or something like that, that's a minute.
Right.
The middle tier is like, it's going to be $9.99, but right now it's $4.99 a month, and that gets you like 300 minutes, which I think is 5 hours. I think.
Okay.
And then there's another plan above that gives you like 13 hours. But I mean, for most people, I feel like that 5 minutes free will definitely give you what you need there.
Yeah.
Then the last thing, I just got Voxcraft, which UJam just came out with.
Okay.
Which is like a streamlined vocal plugin, dynamic, saturation, EQ, reverb, delay, all in one plugin. And the couple vocals I've messed with it on, I've been really impressed that I haven't needed to like clean up, do any surgical type of EQ with it. Like this one streamlined plugin, by the time I add all of this, but it's also, I feel like it's made for really drastic effects too.
Okay.
Like I feel like it can really mask a bad recording, because once it brightens it up and saturates it and roll off so much of the low end that it almost has this radio, like it's a lot that you can do there with this that I feel could mask a bad recording. And it's been really impressive. So I'm gonna do a video on that today too.
Dude, I was asleep on the UJam stuff. UJam has some good stuff. I always thought it was, I guess by the way it looked like it was for like beginning producers and stuff, but their stuff is really good and really powerful, super high quality, like really useful.
And I'm not a huge preset person, but UJam is one of the stuff, like I will just flip through presets and be like, huh.
That's what I'm saying. Like I thought it was like a preset thing too, but like the presets they have, you can actually use those. Like, cause with a lot of presets, you have to tweak a lot to get it to where you want it. With those, it's just like, dang. I mean, I want to make it my own, so I'll add a little bit of flavor here. But like, I can actually use this. I feel like that's like the problem with a lot of presets that people have is like, do you actually test these on real sources and stuff like that? Or are you just like turning up 2 dB just so you have a preset? Like actually test it on a real source for when you engage it. Like obviously everybody's gonna need to tweak it to taste, but like make it sound good,
Yeah, I can't remember. Maybe in Studio One or was it Pro Tools? Somewhere I did I looked at like just the preset on the EQ for like rap vocal, and I was like, what is this? Whose rap vocal did this work on? Yeah. You were like, I don't know, added 8 dB of 5K and just weird boosts. And I'm like, this is not a rap vocal preset. Like, but because it says that's what y'all think it is, and just gonna slapping on a vocal, and it's like, I can't see no rap vocal this preset work in here. It's just it was funny. But yeah, that UJam, like the retro, dynamo, flux, all that type stuff that can just really I really like stuff that can manipulate and add movement and all this to like a loops and stuff like that to even make it unrecognizable too from what you originally started with.
Exactly.
So yeah, that UJam stuff is really dope. All right, let's get into our main topic here about surviving the NAMM show. So NAMM 2026 is, of course, in Anaheim every year. It's been there every year that I've been going. They used to have Summer NAMM in Nashville, but that was killed after COVID. So
wish they would bring it back.
Yeah, we'll We'll see. But I will be honest. If you even, I mean, I go because it's right here in Nashville. But if you go to Summer NAMM, then you go to Winter NAMM, like you wouldn't even want to come to Summer NAMM. Like the Winter NAMM show is just that much better. It's not even that much. I feel like that much new stuff was announced at Summer NAMM. Where like Winter NAMM, it's like you damn near have to. Like if you're not announcing anything new, like why are you here?
Yeah,
it's kind of the vibe of Winter NAMM.
Going to the Winter NAMM in Anaheim versus, because I only went to like one Summer NAMM in Nashville, and it was cool. That was like my first like real music trade show that I had ever been to, and it was dope getting to see all the gear and all that type of stuff. But yeah, this one just completely blew it out the water. Like I just didn't realize it was gonna be that huge. Like I knew it was big, but like it's huge.
Yeah, it's just the whole convention center is taking over.
Yeah,
and yeah, it really takes over all of Anaheim too. It's any Uber you get in. Are you here for NAMM?
Right, exactly.
Like, yeah. Well, let's talk. What was the first thing that caught your eye when you got in there?
Man, honestly, just how elaborate some of those booths were. Like I thought, I mean, I knew that, you know, this was a big trade show or whatever, but it was just cool just seeing like some of the booths had like these interactive things with them. You know, had these big screens. Of course, Waves had this real cool looking booth. But yeah, it was just dope seeing like how some of those booths were set up and how, I don't know, just how cool it looked, I guess.
Did you go in? I'm trying to think that they have it this year because I think I've seen it a couple years now that I kind of didn't pay attention to. But they had Atmos set up inside of a car. Did you see that?
Nah.
I know a couple years ago, I think it was like a Tesla or something, and I can't remember. I saw the car out, but I didn't pay. But yeah, they put Atmos like inside of a car, and you could sit in and listen, and it was pretty crazy. It's been a few years now, so I don't know how far along they got with it. But as far as when I first got in the car and did it, it was a concept. It's something that, you know, they weren't saying this is coming soon or anything. It was just a concept, but it was still cool to do. I think the first thing that caught my eye when I got there, actually I hadn't got all the way inside yet, but Dangerous booth was on the second floor of the Pro Audio Hall, outside of the Pro Audio Hall, and they had the Bax EQ 500 series.
Okay, what?
Which was really interesting. I was like, okay. I'm like, it's going to breathe some new life into the product because the Bax EQ is old. And, you know, he was saying they're trying to get people to track vocals with it, which is, I don't know, interesting to me because that's not everybody knows that EQ for mixed bus. Yeah. So you break it down to one single channel. I mean, yeah, you could use it for tracking vocals, but it's not. I'm trying to remember. I think it goes from like 7K to 7K the top.
It goes,
I don't know.
You talking about like where it starts on the top?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I don't know. I just feel like it's not frequencies I would just really go to.
Yeah, I would never think to reach for a Bax EQ to track vocals. I mean, yeah, only thing I ever would use a Bax EQ is to do a smiley face. On the mix bus.
Right. Oh, but yeah, they've got the 500 and look good. It's funny. Always, every time I see a new 500 series module, I'm like 500 series ain't dead yet.
Dude, so I didn't even see the Dangerous booth.
Yeah, they weren't inside. They were. Let me see. If you coming into like the second floor where like Waves and SSL was. Yeah, they were outside in the hallway. Out there is where they were. So I saw them as I was walking in.
Okay. I feel like I missed I saw so many different manufacturers and companies, but I still feel like I missed so many.
Well, I definitely feel like that too because I was only there a day. The last couple of years, I've been able to get in and out in one day. and it's felt great.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how they do it for those 3-4 days. Because even just after one day, you're on your feet all day. You're talking to people all day. So, by the end of the day, I'm losing my voice. Yeah. It's loud in there. So not only are you talking all day, but you're damn near yelling all day because you're talking over the noise.
Right.
Yeah. I was able to see, I think I had a checklist of companies I wanted to see, people I had to meet with. I got to everybody except for one.
Okay.
And actually, technically, the one person, I did see him, but he told me to come back because he was in a meeting at the time, and I just didn't make it back. But, we talk on Facebook Messenger enough that I'm good. That was, I don't know how they do it for that many. I don't know how they do it for that many days. It's crazy.
Yeah, I went with a couple homies, and me and I went with my homie Bruno, Big Bruno Beats, or Big Bruno. I know he doesn't like to say the beats. And then my homie Braden Lane, who's a producer out of Atlanta. And Braden ended up going all 3 days. Me and Bruno, we just did 2 days. We had some other things on the agenda that we were trying to do while we were out there. But yeah, even just in those 2 days, dude, it was a lot. Cause we got there, I think at like 9 every day, or the days we went. And yeah, we stayed till it closed almost every day. Cause now me and Bruno were kind of ready to go probably around like 3-4ish. Braden wanted to stay the whole day. He was soaking it all up. But yeah, dude, it's a lot. Like you said, it's loud. You're yelling all day. You're on your feet all day. So my feet were killing me by the end of both days. But it was great though. Like I loved it. I would honestly love to go every year.
Yeah, they're and then you talk about being on your feet too. I always sit down for a good 10 minutes before I get up out of there because the hotel I stay at is like a mile, maybe a mile and a half away. So I just walk back.
See, I should have did the hotel thing like you were telling me, man. We stayed in a B&B like 20 minutes away, and I was just like, yeah, we should have did the hotel. It would have made things so much more easy.
But not having to Uber. Actually, I did have to Uber there just because it started raining. I walked out the hotel and I started to walk and it started raining and I was like, oh no, I'm not about to walk a mile in the rain. Yeah. So I just got to Uber. But also, speaking of Uber, like I wonder, is there like an Anaheim or a NAMM Uber tax? Because I just feel like Uber is everywhere. Were like between $15 and $20.
They were mad expensive, weren't they? Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too, because like I think there was one time we maybe were looking at Ubering like 2 miles up the street or something like that, and yeah, it was like $20. I'm like, what? Yeah. Why?
I'm like, yo, now I do get it. I know when you first get out of NAMM at like 6 o'clock, yeah. I get it, the surge pricing there, and then you got the Disney crowd mixing with the NAMM crowd because Disney's right across the street.
Yeah, that too. That too.
So there, one year, shout out to Brad at Louder Than Liftoff. I went to his hotel room across the street and we sat up there and talked for like 30 minutes until the Uber prices came back down. Yeah. I was able to get back to my. I was staying at a hotel in Anaheim Hills at that time.
Okay,
but. Yeah, the Ubers. Yeah, just Ubers. I'm like, and I went to a different part of Anaheim I hadn't been to before. There's this restaurant called Cha Cha Latina, and they had the best mojito I've ever had in my life. She said all of their drinks were handcrafted, like there's no pre-mixed anything, like they make everything there on the spot. That mojito was so good. And even you go to Mexican restaurants and like kind of the rice and beans are like just a it is what it is.
Yeah.
These are the best rice and beans. I was like, I'm ready to, but it was like $20 to get there. And I'm like, we didn't even go that far. It's like a 5-7 minute ride.
Right.
So I wonder if that's because of NAMM. I'm just curious if I was in Anaheim on a random Wednesday or Thursday, am I still paying $16-$20 to go, 4 or 5 miles? Like, come on.
Probably, honestly, yeah, it probably was some surges because of the hot traffic or whatever. So, yeah.
But tell me about some of the things you saw at NAMM.
Man, I saw a lot. I saw an overwhelmingly amount of products, and yeah, some of the stuff that I thought was interesting. There was this one company called, I think it was like Music Fingers or something like that, and they basically, you basically put this thing on your finger and it's like a MIDI controller or whatever. I'm not doing a good job of explaining it, but you put this sensor on your finger and you can do like rhythms or something like that with the sensor or whatever. It was a cool concept that I saw with that company.
See, and that's perfect for NAMM, because NAMM has so much of those what the hell is this products.
Yeah.
You will see.
Yeah, it was like, if I'm being honest, it was one of those things that I was like, yo, this is cool. Like I could play around with this. I probably would never ever use it in a session or like in actual practice. But it would be something if I was just in here by myself, just cooking up. Let me throw this on so I can throw these snares down with my finger.
One year we saw a pop filter with a built-in VU meter.
What?
And I was like, I feel like the only way that would be useful is if you're recording yourself. So, because as an artist, I don't want you looking at a VU meter. I remember one girl told me once she did, what did she did? She did something, and I was like, what are you doing? She's like, I don't want to get too loud, or, I don't want to be too loud. And I'm like, you let me worry about that. You just do you, don't worry about that. Just do you.
I mean, yeah, I guess like you said, if somebody's recording themselves, but even still in practice, like you could literally just turn it up or turn it down if you have your interface beside you or whatever. Like it's.
Well, yeah, that's true. I'm thinking about running into the booth.
Oh yeah, okay.
But yeah, I wouldn't want my artists looking at this VU meter in front of them, because like it's gonna freak them out, and they're like, "Oh, am I too loud?" No, like don't focus on that. You just focus on rapping, focus on singing. You let me handle that.
Now that I think about it, I get the sentiment of it. I get what the idea was. Just maybe it was like the idea was so vocalists have a better idea of where to sit their voice when they're recording, or if they're too low, like maybe it lets them know they need to be louder. If they're too loud, maybe they need to back down. But yeah, like in practice, it's not really practical, I guess.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah,
it's a lot of what the hell is this products at NAMM. It's
for sure.
It's fun. I'm trying to think, did I see any? I don't know if I did, but I stuck to.
I did see another what the hell is this product? It was and it actually, it could be dope. So how do I explain it? It was like, I think it's a USB or a Bluetooth mic, I think it was like a Bluetooth mic that was kind of more meant for content creators or whatever, but they were also saying like singers could use it for like live performances and stuff. But the problem is, and I guess it's not even what the hell is this product, but the problem was they were trying to like demonstrate the product, but it was demonstrated terribly. I guess it's good that I can't remember the name of the company, but it was demonstrated terribly because and I don't know if it was the mic or the speaker that they were using, but like they had 3 different people come up and sing, And every time somebody sang, it was distorted like a mug, bro. Like every time somebody like started getting loud, it was super distorted. Like it would sometimes be cutting out. And I'm just like, I thought this was cool, but now y'all making me not want to even look into this no more. So, and
it may not have been finished. There's a lot of half-ass products at NAMM. Yeah. Like there's a lot of products where you just see the faceplate, but if you take off the cover, it's nothing in there. Right, this is just a prototype. Yeah. This is just a concept. Right. This is what we want to come out with.
Yeah. But I did see a lot of synthesizers because that was like one of the main reasons I went there. I wanted to see the synthesizers and connect with some of the people behind the synths or whatever. So
you see anything new? Anything new from anyone?
Most of them I knew about. There was one. Well, it's technically not new, but it's I can't remember. I should know the name of it, but it's the one with the motorized knobs on the synth. I have to look up the name of it. Let me see if I can find it. But it was cool. It was a really cool concept with that because I had seen it online a bunch, but I just had never used one because I don't even think they have any available here in town. But yeah, it was cool, like seeing that, almost like motorized faders on a console. It was cool because now, like, I can, if I'm switching between, which you can recall, obviously, stuff on there, but like, I don't know, it was just dope to be able to see it move in real time. Let me see if I can look up the company, motorized.
Yeah, I'd say I was in the instrument hall for a little bit because I was with a songwriter named Fort Chrissy. It was her first NAMM. So she was hanging with me, and she was looking for a drum controller.
Okay.
And so we were walking around through the instrument hall trying to find one. I couldn't even think off the top of my head who really made one.
Yeah.
And I just figured if we walked around the instrument hall long enough, like we'll eventually run into one somewhere. And then it hit me that Fender is coming out with the new controllers. What's it called? Motion 16, I think is the name of it. Okay. So we went over their booth to check, and I still forgot to check it out now that I think about it.
Yeah, I found it. I think I may have played the Nina. It's from Melbourne Instruments.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 12-voice synthesizer. Yeah, and it has motorized knobs. It sounds really cool. And it's like it's a synth that I don't have in the studio. I don't really have anything like this, so I was interested to see about that one. There was one from Groove Synthesis called the Third Wave that I saw that's basically, it's not the same thing, but that you can kind of tell it's inspired by the PPG Wave 2.3, I believe, or it might be 3.2. I think it's 2.3. But it's like a wavetable synthesizer, but they added some modern features to it too. It was cool playing with that one. And then this wasn't at like NAMM proper at the convention center, but there was this get together called Buchla and Friends. Buchla is like a synth company. It was founded by this guy named Buchla, but they got a bunch of like synth enthusiasts together, had a bunch of products out there. Arturia was there. Ableton had a table there. Spectrasonics was there. And a bunch of other smaller manufacturers. Output was there. I actually got to talk to some people with Output. They did an interview with me actually, which I'm wondering whenever they're gonna drop it. But yeah, that was cool. And I saw a lot of cool like little modular synthesizers there. The Orchid, it's like a little small synthesizer. Got to play with that for the first time. And then there was one other one that I was gonna say. What's it called? The Magnolia? From this company called Frap. I think the synth was called Magnolia. But it was a true analog or analog true FM synthesizer, which is just a very technical way of saying it it does frequency modulation and sounds really good, I guess, in the analog realm, because there's a lot of digital FM synthesizers, but I don't really see too many analog FM synthesizers. And yeah, that one was really cool. Playing with that one, it sounded amazing. So yeah, I got to see a lot of stuff out there, man. It was really dope.
Yeah, I said I flew through in that day and saw everything I needed to see. What's always fun is that I don't feel like it happened this time. But generally, when I come back from NAMM, I'm on YouTube a couple days later, and I see something from NAMM, and I'm like, I didn't see that. Where was that at?
Yeah.
You know? But I definitely could have missed some stuff because, like I said, I was flying through there.
Dude, I know I missed a bunch, and I mean, I went for 2 days, and I still think I missed like a whole either floor or half of a floor or something like that. And I do think now that I've been, did you go to any of the panel discussions or anything?
I never go to those.
Yeah, I went to I think I maybe went to one. It was with CLA and Tom Lord Algae, and it was cool. They did say some stuff. They did drop a couple gems, but I don't think I will go to the panel discussions anymore. Just for me specifically, just because I feel like it's all stuff. If I want to look at that type of stuff, I can probably find it on YouTube or
that's true.
I don't necessarily need to be there to hear what they're talking about. And the main reason I'm going anyway is to really talk to the people who make the products. Yeah. So so that is one thing I learned, that I probably won't go to the panel discussions anymore.
Yeah, that's a good tip there. I mean, definitely, if you feel you would benefit from it, then yeah, definitely go. But I've never. Maybe I would have 5% more interest if I actually looked and saw what was being talked about or said, but I've never even went that far because I kind of knew my main purpose is to see the gear and network.
Yep.
Is my main purpose. Yep. So, and I'm like, I feel like the last one I went to was at maybe AES or, maybe I did go to one for NAMM years ago or my first year, but it's funny because every time they have those, I'm like, let's say it's one on, I don't know, compression or something. And it's like, I don't need to hear this. And then I end up going and I'm like, it's just that one little bit that you picked up is like, oh, okay, let me try that or something. Yeah. So I do feel like it is. Even if you feel, I'm going to call myself a know-it-all, but even if you feel like you're a know-it-all, you still can pick up something. Even one thing would be worth your time there.
100%. Yeah, because CLA he was talking about, and this is right before I walked out, he was talking about recording with compression and stuff. I've always been super conservative when I record compression, so I try not to do more than 3 dB of gain reduction. Yeah. He was saying dude, and of course he works on a lot of rock stuff, so it's super loud and dynamic stuff anyway. But he was like, man, if you're not doing I think he may have said, don't quote me, but he may have said if you're not doing 6 dB or more, what are you doing? He was saying smack it and it's fine. You're not gonna destroy the audio, I guess. But he's also using hardware that is super forgiving and doesn't really mess up the transients. So I guess you have to take that into consideration too. But that was something I was thinking about. I was like, maybe I'll be a little bit more aggressive with my compression when I'm recording. But yeah, other than that, it was just the same stuff you always hear people talking about. So.
And you talking about aggressive compression. Did you stop by the Empirical Labs booth?
No, I don't see where was the Empirical Labs booth.
Yeah. So they were back there with Sound Toys and kind of in the back right corner.
Oh no. Almost. I did see them.
Okay. Yeah. Did you see the new? They got the 30-year anniversary distressor, the distressor XXX. It's a red faceplate.
Yes, I did see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of hard.
I love limited edition stuff. They're only making 1,000 of them, and he told me that they already sold 600 at that time at the show. So I'm sure they're sold out now, except for I think it's. I saw it up on pre-order at Sweetwater, so I'm sure Sweetwater has. Well, no, Sweetwater, hell, they probably got 300. But man, I was like, man, I love limited edition stuff. So I was like, oh man,
yeah. I've met the guy who handles distribution for Empirical Labs.
Oh, Gil Griffith, yeah.
I think like big tall white dude.
Gil, yeah.
Yeah. I met him at some audio get together thing because he also distributes for I'm gonna butcher the name, but like Quack
Lagarde.
Quack Lagarde, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Gil is. Me and Gil go way back.
Okay, word.
Way back. I ended up working at his booth on Summer NAMM.
Okay.
1 year, he just paid me to work his booth.
Yeah.
Because he was like, man, he's like, you're already. Because he was like, I could pay you. I don't have to pay an employee to fly out to Nashville. You're already in Nashville. You know all my products. Like, just come work on my booth for me. And I was like, all right.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, that and I was Quack Lagarde. I definitely got to check out some of their stuff too because I think they first came out with the 1176, or let me not call it 1176, an FET compressor,
right?
In the 500 series, and I was like, okay. And then they came out with the preamp, and now they got an EQ, like a 2-band.
Yeah, I saw that.
Kind of like X EQ thing. But the one thing that really impressed me about them is, did you see their plug-in, the Boom Blender?
No, they have a plug-in?
Yeah, they got a plug-in. It's the compressor. It's like compression, saturation. What else is on there? I've been trying to get a copy of it so I can mess with it, but it's really cool. But yeah, all the products he distributes is not Useful Arts.
He does Useful Arts
too? Preamps. Yeah,
wow.
One of the best tube preamps I've heard. And then it's got that color knob on it too. Yeah. I've talked to him at NAMM. He's supposed to come on the podcast like 2 years ago. And I told him we're definitely going to make it. Definitely going to make it happen this year. Serpent Audio. He does Serpent. He distributes Serpent Audio.
Nice.
Too. He's got a lot of cool brands under his belt there. But yeah, I definitely thought hard about that distressor, because I kind of want a distressor, but I also have all of the Empirical Labs plugins.
Okay.
Whether that's the UAD distressor, the Empirical Labs arouser. I've got the soft tube Empirical Labs Mic E, which I've got a Mic E at the studio. It's one of my favorite channel strips. And I go back and forth with, do I really want a distressor because I have a Mic E? And, people may think I'm crazy for this, but I like the Mic E. I say I like the Mic E better than the distressor. I'll put it this: I can dial in the Mic E quicker than a distressor, just because there's less attack and release times on there and less ratios.
I've never used the Mic E before. The only ones which I've used the distressor, like a hardware distressor, several times, but I've never used the Mic E at all, and I've used the Fatso, the Universal Audio Fatso. But yeah, I've never used the Mic E before.
It's very underrated. Okay. I don't see people with them. I don't hear people talking about them. The preamp is really clean. Okay. The compression side of it is a compressor saturator in one. So the harder you hit the compressor, the more saturation you're doing. Okay. Man, tracking rap vocals with that. Yeah, I love it. I love that channel strip. I'm really surprised that more people aren't on, especially with as popular as the distressor is. I call it a mini distressor. No, it's not a 1-to-1 distressor in that channel strip, but you're getting a compressor made by Empirical Labs. It's absolutely influenced by the distressor. Let's be real.
Man, whenever Westlake was here and they were doing like a bunch of giveaways, I was trying to win that pump. because they were marketing it as like 500 series distressor, and I ain't win it because I had won so many things from there. I felt like, man, every time I go to Westlake, I'm finna win something. I think that was like the first time I didn't win something. I was pissed.
Yeah, and I've got the pump. I've got the pump here.
You got a pump? Okay.
Yeah, I got a pump.
Okay.
So it's like, do I really need a distressor? No. But if you throw a limited edition one in my face, very tempting. I have no need for this at all. I just found out about it not too long ago, but last year Focusrite came out with a limited edition Scarlet 2i2. I don't know if you've the blue one.
Yeah, I do remember when that came out.
I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And like, I have no need, want, whatever for a Focusrite 2-channel interface.
Yeah.
But it's limited edition.
Right.
If they now, I also got to find this out. Is it limited edition where y'all saying it's limited edition, but it's like, I don't know, 5,000 out there? Like, no, I don't want it then. But if you tell me there's only like 500, yeah, I might have to see about getting one.
Right. Just to be like, y'all ain't got this.
Right. I got about 4 or 5 pieces. Like, yeah, this is 175.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't got this. Oh, man. I was actually looking for Focusrite at NAMM, and I couldn't find them.
I didn't see them either.
And the reason I don't think they were there is because, here's a pro tip. If you're looking for a company at NAMM and you can't find them, go to their Instagram page. Because if they want to be found, they're announcing what booth they're at on Instagram.
Yep.
I couldn't find nothing for Focusrite about NAMM. So I'm like, okay, y'all must not be here, because if you're here, there's no reason you didn't do an Instagram post saying, come see us at booth, whatever.
Now, somebody that I was surprised wasn't at NAMM, and I know they weren't at NAMM because my homie is, I believe he's sponsored by them, but Antelope Audio, they weren't at NAMM.
You know what? Now that you say that, they normally have a big ass booth too. Like you can't miss them.
Yeah.
In the past years. But I don't care because I still got beef with them. I heard they're under new ownership now, and I'm like, I still don't.
Well, what's the beef with Antelope?
So I bought I used to have RME Fireface 800.
Okay.
A Lynx Aurora 8. And M Audio Profire 2626. I was getting 24 channels out of these 3 interfaces all aggregated together. The Orion 32 comes out, and I'm like, 32 channels, which is giving me 8 extra channels, and in one rack unit for $3,000. I bought one. Loved it. No problems with it. Sounded good. My plan was to sell those other 3 interfaces. That didn't go as planned, but that's a whole nother story. But my Orion ended up, one day I was getting a lot of like noise floor on all the channels, all 32 channels. All 32 channels weren't even plugged up. I disconnected everything from the back of it, still getting noise floor. So try to tell this as short as possible, but I contacted Antelope support. They want to remote in, which I knew that wasn't going to do anything, but hey, that's y'all process, do what you do. They remoted in, couldn't figure out the problem, so they had me send the unit off to now. So Antelope, I don't know if they still are, but they at this time they were in Bulgaria, is where the company was. So they had me send it to their U.S. repair shop here, which I think was in California somewhere. They contact me and tell me that the circuit board is fried, and it's going to cost, was it $2,000, $1,500? Like $1,500 or something like that to fix it. So in my mind, I'm like, no, they said it was going to be $1,000. Okay. I was like, absolutely not.
Right.
I bought that for $3,000 brand new. In the years, I think I had it for maybe 2 years or 1 year at the time. Anyway, after I bought mine, there had been 2 other versions. There was the Orion 32 Plus, and I think there was a 32 Studio or something like that.
Okay.
These newer versions brought the price of my unit down to $2,000. I could buy a brand new one now for $2,000. why am I going to pay you $1,000 to fix something that I can get a brand new one for $2,000?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, so I refused the repairs, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Then they came back and said, we were wrong. Actually, it's the power supply. It's going to be $500. And I'm like, now this just sounds sketchy. Now this just sounds sketchy. Like, so the whole time I'm going through this, I wasn't able to work because I didn't have an interface. So I ended up buying a PreSonus Quantum, the Quantum interface.
Okay.
And it started working with that. At Summer NAMM, I was speaking to PreSonus, and I was telling them about my issue with the Orion, and they were like, man, they were like, don't say anything, but we got a new interface coming out that's going to do like the Orion, 32 channels by D-Sub. It's actually going to be 48. It's 32 channels by D-Sub and 16 by ADAT. I was like, okay. I was like, how much? And I think they said like 1,500. And I was like, when? And they were like, August, September. So, Summer NAMM was in like June, July.
Yeah.
They were like, August, September, October-ish, whatever, we should have it out. I was like, I'll be ready.
Yeah.
It came out, and that's how I ended up getting the Quantum 48.
Okay.
But the Orion, I was like, okay, so to back up, I saw Antelope. No, first I saw them at Sweetwater. I went up to Sweetwater Gear Fest, and actually first I called my Sweetwater sales rep, and I'm like, man, what else can I get? Because there's nothing else that does what the Orion does. Nothing else was doing 32 channels in one box like that.
Right. Especially
for people who just mix. Like, it didn't have mic pre's. I don't need mic pre's.
Yeah.
Just give me the D-Sub, give me the conversion. That's all I needed.
Yeah.
There's nothing really doing what it was doing. But while I was at Sweetwater, he put me in contact with their VP of marketing or sales, and they were telling me they were having problems with that company. I'm like, okay, well, what are y'all gonna do about it then? Like, here's the thing, I don't mind paying to fix something. That's not the issue here.
Yeah.
The issue is how much.
Right.
This is how much I'm paying. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially for something that you paid $3,000 for.
Right. I wonder what fried the circuit board.
Now, well, they came back and said, now what I suspect happened, and I can't confirm this, but there was a power surge that happened in my house. Now, I do have surge protectors, but that's the only thing I can really think of. I had I guess I'll call it a power surge. Basically, the power flickered on and off real quick. That possibly could have been what caused it, maybe. But I was just mad about the whole way they handled that. So I ended up getting, and then this was crazy. While I'm at Sweetwater, an email goes out. Oh, damn, let me back up just a little bit more. My sales rep was trying to get me a brand new one. He was trying to get it replaced.
Yeah.
It was, of course, like a month or two out of warranty.
Yeah.
Obviously, how that happens.
Of course.
And I was telling my sales rep, like, I appreciate what you're doing, but this is between me and Antelope. He was trying to get me a new one. While I'm at Sweetwater, an email comes out to all Sweetwater customers, effective immediately. Sweetwater would no longer be selling Antelope audio products. So I'd already had a little insight on that, what was going on. There's a lot of people were having issues with their units.
Yeah.
And if you know Sweetwater, they're high on customer service.
Yeah.
And I just think it came to a point where they were having problems getting people taken care of, like it was coming back on Sweetwater because you're the one who sold this to me.
Right. Right.
We're having issues with it, and now you can't help get it fixed.
Yeah.
So that happened. So I was just upset with just the whole way that was handled, because I've never, and if you own, anyone who owns hardware long enough, something's gonna break eventually. It's gonna happen. I've sent stuff off to be repaired before. Never have I been asked to pay $500 or $1,000.
Right.
to fix something. And if I'm not mistaken, I asked, and they told me their work was only guaranteed for like 30 days or something. So I'm like, you want me to pay $1,000 for a 30-day warranty worth of, no, like I'm not,
that's not
doing that
at all.
Stand by your work.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to PreSonus at the time. I was like, hypothetically, if my interface broke down, like, and I think they said that it'd be like 10% of the cost or something like that. Like, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm like, and how long? There was like, 6 months. Their work is good for 6, something like, I was like, I was mad the whole way. The whole reason, I can't even talk now. This is starting to piss me off. I was mad the whole way that thing was handled. And I was like, that's when I really realized that I had like influence, because someone had asked me about it on YouTube, and I went through the story of what happened. And everybody in the comments was like, yeah, fuck Antelope. It's so funny. I was like, I didn't want to start a riot, but yeah, like just and I think we did an episode on that, just talking about these companies just taking care of your customers. My Mog EQ2, one of the resistors or something went out, and I sent it back to Mog, and they didn't even charge me. They fixed it and sent it back.
Wow.
Just take care of your people. And it was funny. Some of the people on YouTube were acting as if I was expecting special treatment because I'm a YouTuber. Yeah. That wasn't even it at all.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying they know who I am. Like, it's not that. Like, just take pretty much every job I've had has been in customer service. So I'm high on customer service. Like, just take care of your people.
Yeah, as a paying customer, you want to make sure that you retain that customer so they can
especially with as many products as Antelope has came out with now. Yeah. Like, you would want to keep your customer base happy. And after that Orion 32, I also bought the Peer 2, which is their 2-channel converter. Okay. Once again, nothing else is doing what this converter does. 2 in, 2 out, high quality conversion for $2,000. Mm-hmm. If I did dangerous conversion, I think that would have been like $6,000, because I would have had to buy the D to A, and I would have had to buy the A to D.
Right.
Just put it all in one box.
Yeah.
And Antelope did that.
Wow.
And I'm sitting here and I'm like, damn, I've got $5,000 invested in this brand. Yeah. And if something came out that did what the Peer 2 did, I probably would have got rid of it. But I still have my Peer 2. Nothing else does what it does. But no, I was a huge fan of the Orion. But yeah, just the way they didn't handle that for me. And I'm like, geez, spent $3,000 on this.
Dang, Czar, you done scared them off from NAMM, huh?
Yeah. And my guy at Front End Audio was like, yeah, they're under new, I think maybe he was trying to send me something, a review from them or something. He was like, yeah, they're under new ownership now. And I was like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care. It's too many companies out here. You don't take care of me, I'll get the product from someone else.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Yo, one product I do want to mention that I saw is really dope. I've seen it on on social media and online, but it was cool getting to actually use it in person. Was Sepia. It's from this company. I think it's Carno Sound.
I know what you're talking about. The cartridge.
Yeah. They basically are trying to be the next evolution of 500 series.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was dope.
I wanted to dig deeper. And I want to dig deeper into that. Actually, hold that. Let me back up real quick with the Orion. I ended up paying the 500. I ended up paying the 500 to get the Orion fixed. Okay. And as soon as I got it, as soon as it came in, I turned around and sold it to Front End Audio, and then took that credit and got the Quantum 48 is what I ended up doing with that. Back to the Sepia though, I wanted to dig deeper into that because it looks really interesting, and the way I feel the pro audio industry works is not a lot of people jump on new stuff. Yeah. But once a couple of people kind of try it and start talking about it, then people start to jump on it. So I'm curious about the early adoption of it. Man, I'm not going to say the company's name, but I know a company that was developing a module for them. And last year at NAMM, this was funny because they were there. Both companies were there. I was talking to the company that was developing a module because when they started advertising, Sepia.
Sepia.
Sepia. Once they started advertising it, and I saw the companies who signed up to create modules for it, which very interestingly, API did.
Yep.
And I really don't. Maybe I don't know API as well as I feel like I know them, but I guess I feel like they're more of those legacy brands that are just kind of old school and do their thing. I'm surprised that they signed up to do a module for it, but
I was too.
The company I know that signed up to do a module for them, when I saw that they were on there, I'm like, damn, let me talk to them when I see them in NAMM. He told me he built his module, but Sepia never sent him like a prototype or anything to test it on. So it was funny because he was like, just based off the specs they gave me, I built this module. I have no idea if it works yet because I haven't been able to test it. And I was joking with him that they were there at NAMM too. And he was like, yeah, he's like, I need to go talk to them and see what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
But fast forward to this year, now the product is released. We definitely need to talk about that because I want to dig deeper into, do we think this is going to carry on kind of where 500 series left off? Because it's also plug-in controllable. It looks really interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of like the whole MIG DSP type of thing or whatever, where it's like it's a hardware unit, but it's controllable by a plug-in. But it is cool though. Like I honestly, just because, like, some people, they like the tactileness of actually turning knobs and all that type of stuff, and I do like that too. But I'm also like, I grew up on computers, so it doesn't bother me to click a mouse or whatever. So I actually like the fact that I'm getting the hardware sound, but it's also instantly recallable and all that type of stuff too. In Universal Audio, they did an 1176 with Sepia. I tested that one. Sounded great. Like you said, APIs on there.
Damn.
They got a lot of different cool looking companies and manufacturers that they've been working with. Some of them I know, some of them I don't. But
I'm looking at this now on Switch because I forgot what the price was. $2,500 for a 6-slot.
Yeah, it's steep.
It's definitely expensive.
Yeah, steep. That's the one drawback is like that's steep.
The API module is $800 for the 312. How much is just a 312 500 series?
I don't know.
It might be the same price. It is the same price.
It's the same price.
Jeez, yeah, I don't know about this. They're gonna damn, $2,500 for just the rack. $800 for an API. The 1176 is $2,000. Why is this cartridge
$2,000?
$2,000. Yes, the Universal Audio 1176 Sepia module, $2,000. That's the same price as the hardware. Why is this module the same price as the hardware?
Yeah, that is steep. I didn't remember the prices on those, but yeah, that is pretty steep because I know most of the modules are about like around $500 to $600, but they're like smaller manufacturers who don't have like a legacy name.
I was going to say I see some for $540 and I see one for, well, they're both from the same company, but I've never heard of this company before, so I see.
Yeah, that's steep.
Damn. No, we might be. We will dig deeper into this. I definitely wanted to explore this, but I wanted to do some more research on it. I wanted to let it come out and actually make sure it was going to come out because at the time it was supposed to already had been out, I think last year, and they still hadn't. And then the fact that they didn't send the company I was telling you about a prototype to even test his, and actually I don't see his I almost said it. I don't see his product on this.
Yeah.
So his isn't even out yet. So yeah, I'm definitely got to talk to him about this. I'm curious to see where they at, and if he's even had a chance to test it yet.
I was talking to one of the guys that works with Sepia, and I think he said like that. I can't remember who it is, but some of their people are gonna either be in Nashville or have an office in Nashville or something like that. And he was talking about me possibly being a beta tester for like their plugins for like think like for Pro Tools users or whatever. But yeah, so I mean they'll have some people here in Nashville soon. I need to reach back out to them to see possibly see about it. So yeah, when I do that, I'll definitely let you know what I find out.
Man, this thing might drive 500 series sales. It's like you can still get 500 series rack for cheaper than this. Right. And if the modules are the same price, yeah, we will. I will get. We're gonna revisit this on another episode because I definitely wanted to talk about this because it's so innovative and.
Yep.
Again, I just wanted to make sure that it would come out because a lot of stuff you see at NAMM, that's another thing. You'll see stuff at NAMM and then you won't see it again.
Yeah, that is interesting that it's so expensive because you would think without having like potentiometers and all this type of stuff, you think the price would be lower or you would have room to make the price lower because you don't have as much actual parts on it. But maybe they're trying to like place themselves as a premium product or whatever. I'm sure that was the 1176 was like $2,000 because Universal Audios is like, well, it's an 1176. It should be at this price point.
Well, very very interesting. Yeah, I will. I'm definitely do some research and actually, I'm trying to not say the name of the company. I'll talk to you that off record.
Okay.
Because I'm like I said, I want to get with him and ask him about how this. Because I was interested in it when I saw that his product was going to be featured on there. But I'm definitely going to do some more research. We'll definitely come back with the episode just discussing that. Let's get into some tips for someone attending their first NAMM show. What would you say is a what would you say is a tip that you would give someone their first time coming?
Man, I would say kind of like you were talking about, like if depending on what your purpose is for going, if you're going to network and you're going to like see the products, make a list of all the people or products and companies that you want to see and talk to because it's a lot. I mean, there are I think 3 buildings worth of booths and stuff.
Yeah, you got the instrument hall, you got the pro audio hall.
Yeah.
And even the hotels are being utilized too. The Hilton and the Marriott.
Yeah, like
kind of like meeting spaces.
It's huge, man. So like there's a chance if you don't really organize it well, you may not. And which I went in pretty organized. We all kind of had like a shared note where we organized of the people we wanted to see. I still didn't get to see everybody I wanted to see. And I was there from the time it started to the time it ended for 2 days. And maybe I should have just went for a third day. But I was over it after the second day, to be real. But yeah, just like try to make a list of the people and the companies that you want to talk to. Try to go hit them. It'll just kind of make your experience a little bit easier. Write down the booth numbers. And man, just be ready to be enthralled in a lot. It's a lot. Like we keep saying, it's huge. It is massive. I realized it was big, but I didn't understand how massive this conference really was. And I mean, it makes sense because it's like, what is it, like the biggest music conference in the world or biggest music trade show in the world?
Definitely in the country for sure. I don't know about the world.
Mm-hmm. Only other one I could think of is like Super Booth. I know that one's pretty big, right?
Yeah, there was. They don't do Music Messa anymore. That's interesting. I would have to get with Gil because Gil does some that are out the country. I know, and I don't know. I don't know what their size is. That would be interesting to go to a trade show out of the country.
Yeah, I do want to do Super Booth. I was talking to the Cranborn guys about Super Booth. I think
where is that?
I think it's in Brazil. Don't quote me, but I want to say it's in like Brazil. No, I can't remember, but I know it's out of the country. But they do a lot of like instrument stuff. I know Arturia, like they have premier products there at Super Booth.
Okay.
And they also have like concerts, and they have concerts in NAMM too. But I think this one is more like performance focused too. That one looks like a cool one. But yeah, like I said, it didn't hit me how massive NAMM was until I got there, and yeah, so just try to go as organized as you possibly can, and just have as much fun as you can with it because it's a lot.
I'm gonna I'll say the first thing that I always do as soon as I get to NAMM is Austrian audio. So let me back up and say this. A lot of companies are in the same spot every year.
Okay.
For the most part.
Okay.
So that's one good thing to know. If you've gone to NAMM one year, if you go the next year, most of the companies are going to be in the same spots.
Okay, so that's good to know.
That's helpful. I always, let me see. I come down the escalator on the right side. Normally through that door, Austrian audio is right there, and they always have tote bags. It's like the first thing I do when I walk in NAMM is I get a tote bag, and
good idea.
Kind of for the fun of it, I just kind of collect as many tote bags as I can throughout NAMM. But getting Austrian audio has a nice large tote bag, and it's just good for putting stuff, everything that you get, because you're going to be getting flyers.
Okay.
What do you call them? Product catalogs, stuff like that. It's a lot of swag, T-shirts, stuff like that. I got
a few T-shirts.
Yeah, nice to have a tote bag for that. I also carry a like a drawstring backpack.
Okay.
Just to
that's good too.
Just for the off chance I don't get a tote bag for whatever reason, I can put stuff in my backpack.
I got one. Which I didn't realize this, but plastic cover for your name badge. Because I thought we would get like a plastic cover, but they just gave us the paper one.
I feel like mine wasn't a plastic.
I was talking to some other lady, and it could have just been us, but
maybe they ran out.
Maybe they ran out or something. But the lady I was talking to, she said she always brings her own. Because I was just like, I'm surprised they don't give us like a plastic cover for this. So maybe that's not a tip. Maybe I just didn't get one. But yeah, like a plastic cover for the. Yeah, I was walking around the whole time with the paper thing. I was like, man, if I spill a drink, this joint gone.
Man, my badge is literally right on my kitchen island. I'm finna grab it. I hate to walk away from the camera real quick. I'm curious. Hold on.
Maybe they just weren't messing with me. It was like, this guy doesn't need one.
You are right. There's no plastic cover up. So yeah, that is a good one. Now, I'll also say a good tip is that plastic cover. I've used that to store business cards before too.
Yep.
Slide business cards in there, and they're all in one place. So that's a good one. Plenty of hand sanitizer because I don't know if you've heard of this term, but there's a ongoing joke about NAMM called NAMthrax.
No, NAMthrax is great.
It's when you get sick when you come back from NAMM.
Yeah. Wow.
And a lot of people are like, damn, I got NAMthrax.
Yeah.
So a lot of hand sanitizer because you got to think there's people there. Not blaming the people that come in from out of the country, but I'm just saying, besides the people that are already there, you got people coming in from out of the country.
Right.
Everybody's touching all over stuff.
Yeah.
I even hate putting on headphones to listen to stuff because you just don't know. I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, so
no, that's good though because you are touching so many things and putting headphones on, listening to stuff. You're getting all kind of other people's germs. The probably thousands of people who had that thing home before who didn't take a shower that morning.
Exactly. So that's definitely definitely. And again, that goes in my. It goes in my little backpack, lotion, hand sanitizer, chapstick, all little stuff like that.
Yeah, that's good.
not even a bad idea to have some earbuds noise canceling as well. Like I said, it's so loud in there. I guess if you have to, you have to. But did you see anybody walking around with their babies with soundproof earmuffs on?
I didn't really see a lot of people with kids.
I've seen that a couple times, and I'm like, why is the newborn here? Like, it's too loud. It's too loud. I mean, if you have to, you have to. But this ain't the place.
Right. Yeah.
This
for
ain't
sure.
the place.
Mad loud. That was another thing. Sorry to backtrack, but that company I was telling you who was trying to premiere their Bluetooth mic, there was also like, I guess, this speaker company right behind them. And like, mind you, while these people are singing, testing the product, while this thing is distorting like hell, the speakers would randomly start testing, and it was super loud. Now you can't even hear the singer who's already distorting on the mic that's supposed to be this great product. It was a shit show. And my homie was standing there because we was ready to go, and I was just trying to stand there with him because he was trying to win something because they were doing a raffle. And he was standing there waiting for the performances. And we went through like 3 people, and it just kept getting worse. And I was just like, bro, I gotta go. I'll see you at the car. Yeah.
Now, actually, I saw some of the biggest speakers I've ever seen in there. I can't remember the company, but I remember walking by looking. I was like, these can't be real.
Yeah.
No, they work. They're real. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, then there was a Abbey Road console. That like an EMI Abbey Road console. Okay. That was pretty cool to see. I can't remember who made it or if they were even selling it or coming out with it, but that was crazy too. I'm trying to think of some other tips. I guess let's talk about getting to NAMM. Where did you fly into? Did you fly into Anaheim? Did you fly into LAX?
No, I flew into LAX. Yeah. Next time, I'll probably... Well, we flew into LAX because we did plan on going back there. We had some other stuff we were doing in LA proper. Okay. But next time... Well, I was going to say next time I would fly into Anaheim, but I'll probably always end up going over to LA just because I'm in the area, so...
Yeah, Anaheim is a smaller airport, easier to navigate. Mm-hmm. I normally fly into LAX because I normally stay a day in LA before I go over there. Yeah. But if it's your first time, you just want to, I know your first thought is to fly into LAX, but the Uber ride from LA to Anaheim, just compare that, because I'm sure flying into LAX is likely cheaper. But just check.
To LAX or Anaheim?
Flying into LAX, I'm sure it's probably cheaper.
Really cheaper than Anaheim?
I would think just because it's a smaller airports normally cost more. Really? LAX just being a busier airport, I'm sure you probably get a cheaper flight.
Gotcha, I didn't know that.
To there, but just be sure to factor in the Uber ride from LA to Anaheim if you're going straight to Anaheim. You know, if you're going to spend a day in LA or so, or spend a day in LA afterwards, then yeah, definitely you can look at flying out of LAX. It's funny, the first year, was it the first year? It was one of the years I went that I flew back out of LAX, and it was my first time flying out of LAX, and I was so nervous because I've heard all these horror stories about how busy LAX is, and you know, the whole get there 2-3 hours early, and I'm like, yeah, you know, Nashville, I'm pulling up an hour before the flight. Like, I'm not coming 2 hours before. You know, I got pre-check. We'll be right through. I didn't have pre-check at this time, but I don't know. I got to LAX, and we were literally the only ones in security. It was like I thought I was in the wrong spot. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, really weird. We were the only ones in security. I'm like, are we in the right place?
It is weird for LAX.
Yeah, but yeah. So So just beware that you would. If you're going to just be in Anaheim, definitely look at just flying into Anaheim just to save some time and money, because it's not an hour, but it's probably without traffic, it's probably a good 30-40 minutes to get from LA, I'd say, to to Anaheim. When did you, so I guess let's talk about getting back, just because, Nashville had that ice storm. Really, the whole East Coast had the ice storm. Everybody in NAMM was talking about, we're not going to be able to get home because, I knew a lot of people going back to New York, going back to Philly. Yeah. So now I know your flight got,
it got canceled. Yeah.
When were you originally looking to fly back?
We were originally supposed to come back technically Saturday night, Sunday morning. We had a red eye that we would get back on Sunday morning at like 5 a.m. But of course that got canceled. So I didn't get back until Wednesday morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
This late. Okay. So I'm curious. I know a lot of people, Colt Caparoon, he didn't get back until Tuesday. I think. I know his was canceled. I'm just curious. I don't know when a lot of people were looking to fly back because I flew back Sunday evening from Vegas. So I left NAMM. Let me see. I got to Anaheim Wednesday, went to NAMM Thursday. Friday afternoon, I flew to Vegas, was in Vegas Friday, Saturday. 6 p.m., I left Vegas with a nonstop back to Nashville.
Okay.
I kept waiting for it to be canceled or delayed. I'm constantly checking my phone. Like, I just know this is going to, I'm going to get a notification from Southwest like, and it didn't. Our flight took off on time, landed on time. Everything was fine. It sucked digging my car out of that ice when we got back. Yeah. I had no gloves either. But yeah, that was Sunday. That was Sunday evening. So I probably got back like midnight, right around midnight. I got back like 11:30, something like that.
Okay.
Sunday night. But yeah, I didn't have any. I never got canceled, delayed, anything. So I was surprised about that. So I'm curious, but yeah, everything went down Saturday. So yeah, I can see if you were flying back Saturday, that certainly would have been
we got
an issue.
Stuck. Yeah, because we were supposed. Yeah, like I said, we were supposed to be back Saturday night, Sunday morning, and then we ended up just going over to LA and just kicking it there. And we had some other stuff that we really wanted to do out there anyway, so it was actually good that we decided to stay, or we ended up staying a couple days, because I always go to the Synth Museum whenever I'm out there, the Vintage Synth Museum. So we got to go over there, and got to go to some other spots that we wanted to check out. And it was my homie's first time out in LA anyway, so he wanted to do the thing and do a little sightseeing and all that type of stuff. Yeah. So
that worked out. I'm thinking now, like, because I did not want to be stuck in Vegas. I did not. And now that I really think about it, hell, I didn't want to be stuck in Anaheim either.
Yeah.
Because no shade to Anaheim, but like, if you're not going to Disney, like, what are you doing? Like, what is this?
Dude, Anaheim's claim to fame is NAMM and Disney. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, I didn't want to be stuck there. Vegas is so expensive. Did not want to be stuck there either. Yeah. So yeah. Wednesday that's what, Saturday, what, Sunday, Monday. It's 3 extra days.
Yeah. And really, we should have ended up doing the hotel again, like you said, because we ended up staying in this other B&B. And yeah, it was just like, well, now we out about the same amount of money that we were spending before that we planned to be at NAMM for. But yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So, so there's a kind of a recap and, also tips, man, if y'all are going to NAMM. I hope that helped. Yeah, any questions y'all have, definitely hit us up and let us know. Go ahead and wrap this up here. Again, you got any questions, you can reach out to us at fadersuppodcast@yahoo.com. You can join the discussion for this episode and more on our Facebook group. Faders Up podcast. And again, all guests and hosts that appear on the show will be in the show notes. Definitely comment and y'all let us know what did you see come out of NAMM. Let us know, have you been to NAMM? And also let us know what your NAMM experience has been. Would definitely love to hear that. All right, I'm Czar.
And I'm Sci-Fi.
And we'll catch y'all next episode.